We're having some fun with a pork loin today. Bought a couple of whole pork loins a couple days ago and cut them up mostly into pork chops. Thick cut, lean pork chops. Love them. They're great on the grill, great on the smoker. But I left about half of one of the loins and we're going to smoke it. Last night I threw it in and did an injection on it. Mixed up some Worcestershire and some soy sauce and a little bit of cranberry cherry juice, which is delicious on its own. I'm thinking it's going to do nicely with the pork. And then also put in some Caro syrup, mixed it all up, injected it in the loin, left it sitting overnight. Now for the rub. Fair warning, I stole this idea, but I took some serrano peppers and some peaches and sliced them all up and threw them on the dehydrator. It took about 12 hours for the peppers, about 24 hours for the peaches to get them close to where I wanted to be. Still maybe a little bit moist, but it's going to work for what we're doing. So then I ground them up in my spice mixer. I got about a cup here. We're going to throw in some salt, pepper, garlic and mix it all up, and that's going to be our rub for the pork loin that we will then put on the smoker. Okay, so we got our rub all mixed up here. Again, that is dehydrated serrano peppers and peaches mixed in with salt, pepper, garlic. We have our injected pork loin. Put a little bit of light olive oil on there as a binder. And I'm just going to liberally apply my rub. Work on it a little bit. And we'll let it sit for a minute. We're going to flip it and do the same on the other side. Alright, we have both sides rubbed down. Dumped a little bit more rub on just now. You can see it's not quite soaked in there yet. But I got them rubbed down, got the thermo in there, and just waiting to finish up something and throw them on the smoker and get it going. We're going to 140, and then we're going to pull it off, let it rest. Just to recap, I injected it with a mix of a couple things, including cranberry cherry juice. Let it sit overnight, and then this morning I put on the rub with dehydrated peaches and serrano peppers plus salt, pepper, garlic, and we put it on the smoker roughly 250 for a couple hours. Got it up to 141, it's about perfect. Pulled it off and let it rest. I'm about to cut it. I just moved it with a fork, and you can see the juice coming out where I moved it with a fork, so that makes me happy because means that at least that part's not dry. So let's take a look, see what we see from this end. Little bit of a light pink smoke ring. Again, we know smoke ring doesn't necessarily mean anything, but it is pretty. I do like to look at it. I'm going to cut to the middle. Very juicy, as you can see. Plenty of moisture, and again, a light smoke ring on there. Use my oversized utensils here. Let's have a bite, see how she tastes. Wow. Okay. The serranos, dehydrated and then ground up into that rub, they pack some heat. It's not overwhelming, it's not overpowering, but there's a burn on there for sure. The peach does sweeten it up a little bit. You could totally smell it while I was grinding them, and you could smell it as it was cooking, which I wasn't sure how much that would be true, but it was definitely there. If I was going to do it again, I'd probably put a little less salt in there. I used a cup of the peppers and peaches, and I used a cup of salt and a cup of garlic powder and a half a cup of black pepper. Maybe a little less salt. But it's good. It's really good. Definitely juicy. Got some flavor to it. I really like this. I'm really happy with this one. Should I smoke that? Yeah, you totally should. Not to mention it's the first big thing that I've taken off of the new smoker, off of the Herky smoker. So that was exciting anyway. But it's good. I like it quite a bit. Highly recommend it. Should I smoke that? Yes, you should.